It's the penultimate dinner party, guys. Married at First Sight UK Season 9, Episode 27. And we begin with a rather disturbing sight. Very disturbing sight. I guess it really is Halloween. And that is Luke taking the advice that Amy gave him about Adam and deciding to give her a nice cup of coffee and treat her well in the morning. Except he does it in an apron, butt naked.
Menu coffee?
Yeah.
This is new.
Maybe this. Sorry.
You stepping up your game?
Yeah, I have to.
Luke's trying to do something really cheeky and fun, but this definitely isn't my idea of princess treatment.
Why? Why did we have to see this? And she then says to him, oh, but I thought you never did that kind of topless waitering, waist down stuff, and he has to admit that he did. So then she thinks, oh, he's a liar, blah, blah, blah. I just think, a naked serving me food, no thanks, ever. I just think, for hygiene reasons, no, I don't want that. I just utterly freaks me out. KIERAN and KRISTINA still on the same tack as they were before, and KIERAN wondering whether he's just friends. Thing is, if they're both friends, that's a very good foundation for a marriage. Yep. Very good. If you can be friends, it's brilliant, because when trouble comes in your life, it's good to have your wife or your husband as your best friend rather than just your lover. So I think that's really good. I hope they can make it work. We had Adam and Polly, of course, an argument. Adam accusing Polly of being selfish, and she is quite selfish actually, isn't she? I realise that, and him saying, look, it's all been focused on me, Adam's got to do this, Adam's got to do that, Adam's got to improve, and he's right, I have felt it's a bit like that, with Polly just kind of waiting to receive all these great things she expects Adam to do, and when he doesn't do them, she gets angry with him. But he's made a good point there, even though I still maintain what I said yesterday, and that is that going out and buying all that stuff with Amy was a silly move.
Me and Polly aren't in the best place. We had an argument last night about the gifts that I bought her, and she didn't take it very well. Should we have a chat about it last night?
Yeah.
So obviously with the whole lingerie stuff and that, for me it was a bit of a kick in the teeth. The plan was just to kind of like make it more fun and just be funny about it, you know what I mean, and take the pressure off it. And it did the complete opposite.
You've always said to me that I care about your feelings. I don't want to do anything to make you unsure about how I feel about you, when you are fucking with my head massively because you're not doing anything to show that you feel that way about me. So that's so confusing.
What I'm doing, because I'm literally treating you perfectly. I'll always make you tea in the morning, I make you breakfast, I run your bath. Like, I've literally treated you like a princess.
It's just physical, do you know what I mean? Like, you never come over and kiss me on the cheek, and you never come over and give me a cuddle, like...
I've been 100% honest from the start. The attraction's not there. I'm trying to build the attraction, and you're sitting there and going, well, your actions don't match up. I'm just not kissing you more and having sex.
But it's
That's
not...
the only thing you're missing.
I don't feel like you want me in any way, because you don't show me anything.
You don't get it, you don't get it. It's all about you.
I feel like Adam saying that he feels pressured and he feels like he's got to do all the work is new. I didn't think it was such a problem in our relationship, but nothing's going to change if it's not voiced. It makes me feel quite shit knowing that. He feels I haven't been thinking of him as much as I should have been. It has definitely shocked me a little bit.
And we also have this week where they write anonymous letters. So all of the couples are writing anonymous letters to other couples to tell them where their relationship could improve. So that'll come back later in the show. When they arrive at the dinner party, we have Amy telling Polly and Adam that Luke had clearly taken Adam's example to heart and done the serving of breakfast to her, but she has to mention the naked thing, and I think they were both shocked by that.
She said she likes me naked.
Oh, he had a little apron on, so I was being cute, but me and Luke have discussed previously that in his other job, which he called his nightclub job, he's always done it in pants.
Right, so if you've not done it before, where's it come from, my love?
He admitted that he has.
Right.
It was meant to be like a nice, thoughtful thing, but I just couldn't see through.
Yeah, of course.
One of Amy's values is honesty in a relationship. So although Luke doesn't think that it's a big deal, it kind of seems like actually this is really annoying for Amy.
But Lacey's got more trouble to dish out, guys, because then she has to go and tell Amy about Adam's comment when they went dancing, about him saying, oh, you know, secretly I was envious that, you know, you dance like that with Adam, and Amy is stiff as a board and Amy's not happy about that. Well, why did Lacey even have to mention that? It could have gone unmentioned, you know what I mean? He could have just said it, she could have thought, no, he was just saying that, I suppose, to be nice and polite. She doesn't have to dob him in like that. You know, I know, yeah, it brings drama to the show, but still I thought, Really? Do you have to?
Not being classy. And the fact that Amy sees that Luke likes the way that Lacey acts is confusing to Amy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That comment about him being envious because he wants me to be like you is fucking bullshit.
Hello, baby.
At the dinner party, Amy decides to ask Polly how everything went down with the purchases she made with Adam. And yeah, she gets told everything. I bet she regrets even asking.
It's just me and you. It's not like I've kept everything to myself. Like from the first week, I was like, didn't like talking about intimacy. It made me feel uncomfortable. So I have always aired it. I just haven't said it on the sofa. And then it just got too much. I just got really, really frustrated and upset, which isn't nice, but you brought that on yourself.
But hopefully you can both come down to the level now.
But yeah, now it's been aired. Hopefully we can just learn from it and again, just continue going forward.
Yeah. You just need to cheer up. Stop being my arse.
You'd know if I was being mine.
Tension is thick between these two. But you could see that Adam is utterly confused. He's now doing everything that he thought Polly wanted. And as a result of doing that, she's now saying, nope, it's not what I wanted. It's not enough. And he still can't win.
But then we have the annual Married at First Sight dinner party pile-on. Who should we pile on this time? This time, it's going to be Luke. So they just get on Luke's case. Lacey has to bring it up. Polly has to get involved. Of course, I know. And then Amy gets upset, and this whole thing of, oh, you know, the photo, why did you say that? You're treating me like an idiot, blah, blah, blah. You lied to me. And I think, I suppose so. I don't get the impression that Luke is perhaps as vindictive and evil as people are making out. Maybe he is, and he's hiding it remarkably well. But I just get the impression that he just said something he shouldn't have said. I think he regrets saying that to Lacey, and he really regrets saying that to Lacey, and he wishes he kept his trap shut. Maybe he just said it because it was genuine and he does really want to dance with his woman like that. Or maybe he said it because he was just being polite and felt he had to say something nice, but gosh, he's regretting it now. And Lacey's just going on stirring and stirring. But I don't think anything will happen to Amy and Luke. I think they really do like each other. But I just feel like she wants these things. She wants him to make her coffee. She wants him to treat her like a princess. And I'm sure all those things he can do, but you do have to give him a little bit of time. You know, give him a few days. Don't just say you're not doing it and it's been an hour. Do you know what I mean? I feel like they're being a little bit harsh with him. Give him a bit of time. Let's see what happens. You know, thus far he's treated Amy pretty well. But yeah, I thought this was just a little bit of a pile-on.
You treated me really good, so, you know.
Why don't you do that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, did I treat you well today?
Yeah, but like this morning, the cameras came on and it was you making me a coffee and I was like, this just doesn't happen, like.
Because I can't say anything. In the time we spent together, he was great.
You've looked after Lacey like a princess. Like Adam looked after me like a princess. Yeah. He looks after Polly more than he looked after me. So it was just obviously a bit like confusing for me.
This has got to be so hard for Amy. I mean, she's essentially describing the way she would love to be treated by Luke, but he's doing it to another woman. It's got to feel very uncomfortable.
You've said to Lacey that comment about her not being classy because you're envious and you want me to be like that, which has really pissed me off.
I said I was envious potentially of it was something that I would have liked in our relationship. That kind of fiery.
So you wanted me to act with Adam like that?
No, not at all.
That's why it's confused me so much saying you're envious and want me to be like that, when you've been saying to me, appreciate that I'm classy, and then you're saying to somebody else that you wish I was like that.
I didn't say I wish you were like that.
But you said you was envious. If you were going in about Lacey, saying it's not classy, she didn't act with integrity. If you showed your dad this photo, how would your dad feel? Yeah. And I said, my dad would be happy that I'm having a nice time dancing. For then you to say to Lacey,
I know.
I wish, I'm envious that my wife isn't like you.
I know, but shall I explain myself?
Yes.
So, when I saw the picture, that was what I had to react on. And we saw the pictures and then the videos, and I felt guilty. I feel a bit guilty because I saw that it was part of a dance.
You said to me, I'm not apologising because I've not said anything wrong. This is my opinion.
Yes. And my opinion still stands, yes.
Yeah.
I'm referring to the photos in terms of its vibrancy and the energy it brings, because not because of the photo itself, because I told you if I had seen you in that photo, I would have felt a bit...
Yeah, but it wasn't though. Guys, can we just squash this photo because this is stupid. He needs to be called out on what he said, that he's envious about Lacey, that he wishes that Amy was like that. It's not about the photo anymore.
Oh, well, yeah, no. It's about your bullshit.
You have to understand, I only saw the photo, guys. I didn't see the movements. I think so. For me, my initial reaction...
Yeah, but it's nothing to do with that. Why didn't you say to me, I'm envious that you don't behave that way? Why didn't you say, Lacey, this photo was a classy...
I envy the behaviour. What I envied was that zest, the music, the vibrancy, that bit I envy.
I feel like what he meant by that is that you're envious in respects of, like, he wishes that you were like Lacey in some respects by letting your hair down and whatever else.
I do let my hair down. I'm always dancing. I'm always listening to music. Just because I can't fucking dance. Grab her in the kitchen then when the music's on and spin her around, mate.
Well, we've tried that, didn't we? We've tried that.
Well, Ross gives Kieran a little pep talk to try and keep his head in the game. And then the anonymous letters start being opened, and we have Polly and Adam with their anonymous letter. And listen, I'm going to be fair to Polly here, and I'm going to say that she revealed to the group that, you know, after they read their letter, that, you know, she realised that she'd been selfish towards Adam, and I think she's going to do something to change that, and the panel acknowledged that. So at least we can give Polly that. It doesn't mean I think she's going to stop her rather bullish and argumentative ways, but at least she's acknowledging that she needs to do something rather than him doing everything, is what he certainly feels at the moment.
How selfish I've been with your feelings, and I just don't like that. I don't feel like I've taken your feelings into consideration, and that's been really shit, because I never ever wanted to make you feel like that. And I'm sorry that I have. I'm really sorry that I have.
You've realised it now, and you've acknowledged it, and you're going to take it into consideration, so...
You adore each other, like, but you show it in different ways.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like I haven't taken into account, is the fact that I've asked for this, that and this, and he's shown me in so many different ways, and I'm like, that's still not good enough.
Yeah.
And I said to him a couple of weeks ago, like, I never want to make you feel like anything you do isn't good enough.
It kind of seems like here Polly has really digested what has been said, and actually it's made her quite upset. Yeah. I'd like to see, though, that from this that she can make some changes and just be a bit mindful about the way she comes across with Adam.
Then we have this moment, right, where Amy and Luke open their letter, which we know came from Sasha and Ross. And did I miss something, or is Luke really as bad as this letter makes out? They seem to have gone to town, and you can almost hear Sasha reading it in her voice, on accusing Luke of all this shady and snaky behaviour, double standards, and behaving one way for the cameras and another way for the other, you know, times when the cameras are off, which again, we got that, didn't we, with Ryan and stuff, apparently. But I don't really feel Luke is doing that. I don't think, well, what's he faking? He seems rather genuine to me. Of course, he could be. Anyone could be doing these things. So yeah, and I think the letter gets a bit personal.
It's a fake and disingenuous nature and gives the impression you care more about other people's business than your own marriage. We have also witnessed how it gives Amy the ick when you speak in a sexual manner. Luke, we would advise you to put Amy before attention, as this was another concern for her. Amy, we see the work you are putting in to find a spark, so we praise you on the effort you are putting in. Kindest regards, kiss, kiss, kiss.
We wrote that letter.
And then Sasha and Ross decide to admit that they wrote it. And then Sasha goes in on Luke. And I feel like it becomes, as Luke says, a personal attack. Not a letter of advice or admiration, just an attack on Luke.
You go for attention where the cameras are.
That's your opinion, fair enough.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving it to me in that case.
You're welcome. Are you sure you're not holding back because you're actually in front of the group and can't change your story to each person individually?
I'm very sure of that.
Okay.
It's quite clear here that Sasha holds a lot of resentment toward Luke, and I'm just wondering if this goes back to the argument at the previous dinner party where Luke took Alex aside, and I think Sasha felt that she didn't have the support of Luke, and she hasn't let go of that.
No.
Take it with the chest. You take it with the chest. You take it with the
You have to wait.
Thank you for your opinion.
I do feel like maybe Sasha does have a point, and what Luke's told me just doesn't add up.
There is no advice in here. This is a personal attack. What is the advice here?
The things that I've said to Luke, I'm not concerned about at all, because I've always been quite aware there's a different person with different people. The only person I'm concerned about is Amy, so he needed to hear it.
And I thought, I didn't really feel that was necessary. I feel like, yeah, so he made a misstep with the photograph comment, and he needs to do a bit more to kind of improve things with Amy, but I don't think it's that bad. And to be fair, I think Amy felt a little bit kind of embarrassed by it, but she didn't say so. I thought it was rather savage, but then one of the panel did point out that maybe Sasha doesn't like Luke because he supported Alex, and we all know that Alex and Sasha really didn't get on. I think she loathes the man. So maybe that's her getting her revenge on him for supporting Alex, in which case it's very petty. And finally, of course, we had Kieran and Kristina. They read their letter and the emotions pour out and there's hugging and crying and all this kind of stuff. And even the panel guys, even the panel were crying. But in all of that, I didn't really hear Kieran say, much as, all this has happened, I feel like now I want to carry on being a husband. He just kind of skirted around it, sang her praises, but never really seemed to say, and I've decided she's definitely the one for me and I'm going to proceed with her. There was none of that.
Moving forward, I'm not going to lead you on because I do care about you. The other day, right, she was just walking about being a happy self and everyone that she bumped into, she just brought a smile to, and that makes me so happy just to know that you're this girl just walking through your daily life and you're bringing people smiles everywhere you go. And I was sitting grinning because I was like, this is my wife.
He literally said, you bring joy to everywhere you go. We clearly, very, very clearly just care about each other so much. I can obviously see this future with Kieran. So it is really difficult, but so beautiful to fucking hear.
Kieran, just think logically, just really think about it. She's a good woman.
Tonight's episode, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Let's talk below and discuss as always. Sorry I haven't caught up with the comments in the last video, I've been travelling. But let's talk and dialogue and let's consult, as I said the other day. Let's speak together, let's converse, etc., and talk about what we think is up, who is who, what's what, and I'll catch you again tomorrow for what looks like will be another exciting episode where the parents, in-laws, best men, and all that kind of stuff are coming back into the mix.